a GoFundMe as well? All right, thank you everyone for taking time to be here today. We are the Student Worker Collective, and we represent Dartmouth dining workers and UGAs, our residential advisors here on campus. We were founded in 2022, and we were able, we were able to unionize our dining locations after our managers neglected our health and safety during the COVID-19 pandemic. In 2023, we were able to organize and win a strong $21 base wage, PTO, grievance protections, and comprehensive benefits for our unit. Today, we have been negotiating for over 7 months with the college independently over key demands. Since our first dining campaign, we have all seen how the college has automated student workers away, creating inefficient vending machines at the Courtyard Cafe and devaluing our labor. We are tired of being replaced. And we demand the college to stop automating our work and start valuing union labor across campus. We are also fighting to win UGAs their first contracts. Unlike other colleges across the country, UGAs at Dartmouth are not compensated for the 2-week training and receive free housing. And Though Bylock does media campaigns to maintain Dartmouth's position as a top institution, they are ignoring and exploiting the care labor of their own students. Shame! We are also fighting to keep ICE off campus and out of our workplaces, out of our dormitories, and out of our labs. At the bargaining table, the college and their union-busting lawyers characterize this demand as passionate and unrelated to our workplace. But we're here to advocate for more than the third of our base that are international or non-citizen workers, and we want to guarantee their safety in their workplaces. And though the law stipulates ICE cannot come onto campus without a warrant, the college has said otherwise behind closed doors, and we think this is unacceptable. So while we learn labor law between classes, on our weekends, and between our shifts, Dartmouth College has employed union-busting lawyers, paying them hundreds of dollars an hour. And while Dartmouth has given us their so-called last, best, and final offer, this is insulting at best and outright unlivable at worst. And to make matters even worse, the college has also refused to bargain with us, leaving us with no choice but to go on strike and show the college that Dartmouth works because we do. Beyond fighting for bread and butter issues, one of the most important things we are learning to do in our union is influencing our coworkers to critically analyze their relationship to capitalism and higher education. We are taught to view Dartmouth as a transient place in which we ignore the broader community and socially climb out of the economic positions we were born in. But while the trustees are written on our payroll, we emphasize that as unionized workers, we have more in common with fellow grad, dining, and staff workers than Dartmouth's out-of-reach multi-billionaires who visit once a year. It is precisely because we attend this elite university and benefit from its history of exploitation that we must intervene morally and materially to dismantle Dartmouth's appetite for union busting. If Dartmouth won't meet us at the bargaining table, we'll continue to stay on this picket line. Repeat after me. Union strong, union proud, everybody say it loud.
Union strong, union proud, everybody say it loud.
Union strong,
union proud, everybody say it loud.
Union strong, union proud,
everybody say it loud.
When I say union, you say power, union.
Power.
Union.
Power.
When I say worker, you say power, worker.
Power.
Worker.
Power.
When I say faculty, you say power, faculty.
Power.
Faculty.
Power.
Union.
Power.
Worker.
Power.
Faculty.
Power.
Hey, sisters, brothers, people together, thanks all for being here. So I just want to say that the New Hampshire Faith and Labor Alliance is made up of people from all corners of the state, all faith traditions, who have come in solidarity with the student workers and the other rank and file workers, including SEOU 560, Gold on campus, the librarians on campus, IATSE, the theater workers on campus. All together, we stand in solidarity with you. And I want to say that the union movement, the labor movement, has a saying that an injury to one is an injury to all.
Yeah. Right.
And in various faith traditions, there is a saying, particularly it comes out of the Christian version of the Bible, but it exists even in many other faith texts, saying that whatsoever you do to the least of these, you do to me. It's sort of the biblical way of saying an injury to one is an injury to all.
Yeah.
We are going to stand with you as long as the student worker collective is injured by the union busting lawyers and by a tone deaf president. We are injured as well, and we stand in solidarity with you. I want to say one more thing, that because of the wisdom of the student worker collective in planning for open bargaining, which means observers could show up, a number of faith observers and clergy observers have been watching the negotiations going on. My very first session of being an observer, I was absolutely flabbergasted. I mean, I wasn't expecting much of anything from Dartmouth, but I was flabbergasted at the level of overt hostility toward the student workers. And there was no negotiation going on. We've got a president who said that, in her inaugural speech, she believed in dialogue, she believed in difficult conversations on tough topics. We saw none of that. We saw an empowered union buster staring across the table from the student workers with just saying, we're not going to agree to that, we won't agree to that, we won't agree to that, and that's all.
Shame on her! Shame on her!
Shame on her!
So we are with you as long as it takes, and as we like to say, and one day longer. So I congratulate that we have so much to learn from these student workers, both the grads and the undergrads. They are our hope for the future, and we are with you. Solidarity forever! Solidarity forever! So, okay.
What do we want? A fair contract. When do we want it? Now! What do we want?
A fair contract!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
A fair contract!
When do we want it?
Now!
And if we don't get it, shut it down! If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
woo-hoo! Next we have Ankita from Gold UE.
Say solidarity forever until I finish this cookie.
Solidarity forever! Solidarity forever! Solidarity forever! Solidarity forever! Solidarity forever! Solidarity forever!
All right. Thank you everyone for being here today. The SWCD is an amazing union. Most of my speech is going to address them, but it's also for everybody else, because everything that says here, I think, applies to every struggle that the working class faces in our community and across the world. So hello, SWCD. I am an organizer with gold, and I bring you today the fullest force of solidarity that Gold's bodies and minds can muster. You stood with us last year, and we won dental coverage for both our units. And this year, by the looks of what just 3 days of your strike has achieved, we are well poised to win protections for non-citizen workers in both our units. Eyes out indeed. You have disrupted multiple cafes to the point of Novak closing early multiple times. Managers that Dartmouth has compelled to scab your struck labor are scrambling to perform the seemingly easy jobs, but actually really hard jobs, that you do with such poise and such grace day in and day out. As your wealthier and very impatient classmates who've never had to work to live hurl insults and sometimes even hot coffee at you. This has happened before. And Dartmouth has not come to the table yet. Maybe they're hoping, and this is boss math, maybe they're hoping that fewer dead-end meetings will somehow leave you with less time to organize. That doesn't add up, but they're not known for being smart. What these out-of-touch Dartmouth lawyers are missing is the fact that your real power comes from organizing, staying united, withdrawing your labor together, and having each other's backs, not from bargaining. Bargaining is their home ground, their comfort zone, and they've chosen to give it up. That is very stupid in a very unsurprising way from these fucking idiots. Because you see, the less often they bargain, the more time you have to grow your strike. And the more proof it is too that striking is the only option that you have left. I once asked some of you, at the time for a silly reason, but I asked what animal SWCD would be. One of you suggested a lion. Now the thing about lions is, and I researched this, okay, I looked it up on liontamersguide.blogspot.com.
Nice site.
It's not a good idea to back a lion into a corner. With no bargaining sessions in sight, an immense wave of solidarity flowing among you and towards you, numerous allies lifting with you, fundraising dollars flowing to you, you have every reason to keep this going. You have more time and more energy to build upon the incredible momentum that you already have. I mean, it's not like you have to go into work, right? That's what striking is about, yeah. Now, I know from past experience and from just looking around that some of y'all are a little tired. That's more than normal, especially since y'all are attending full-time classes while striking, which I have never myself done and dread to imagine. But here's the thing, that dread I feel is what should fuel you. Because if I, an ally, am a little lovingly scared of what you have achieved despite all your barriers, then imagine the cold, cold dread that you bring to Dartmouth. They fear you. They fear your collective power. They fear your ability to withdraw what they rely on exploiting for so cheap. And you, the student workers collective at Dartmouth, will only get scarier. Because remember, strike power builds as time goes on. The value of struck labor accumulates as setbacks from your absence compound day upon day and get harder and harder to ignore and band-aid over with scabbing and rescheduling and outsourcing and automating. It's not sustainable for them, and they know it's not. As we said last year at Gold Pickets, as Gail said earlier, we can confidently say this for this SWCD strike. 1 day longer!
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 And
Right on.
1 day stronger.
longer. So let's do it again. 1 day longer.
1 day stronger.
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 Hell yeah. There was this prayer, maybe from the Christian faith, you all know better. I think it was written for the Alcoholics Anonymous originally. Anyway, what it said was, Lord, give me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change what I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I gotta say, y'all, serenity has not fucking worked. Accepting reality, keeping your head down and being a good little worker has not worked. Asking nicely, even asking firmly, has not worked. They buried the Graduate Students' Council's report on our living conditions and only met those demands after gold. They only gave SWCD your last contract after you threatened a strike. So anyone who still says that we should keep playing nice is plain unwise. They do not know the difference of when to ask and when to fight. They will tell you to accept the purportedly immutable reality of Dartmouth's injustices while ignoring the immense power that you wield to reshape that reality. They forget that courage is an option. They forget that fighting, or rather I should say fighting back, is an option, is the option. Because when we fight,
We win.
when we fight,
We win.
when we fight,
We win.
that's a great chant. But let me remind you of the converse of that statement. When we don't fight, we don't win. We automatically lose if we don't fight. The only way to at least have a chance, a fighting chance if I may, is to fight. And so you are fighting. And so you will keep fighting. And gold will do it right with you. Because we have got the power together. Who's got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
Union power.
Who's got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
Union power.
Union.
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 Power.
Solidarity.
Forever.
Solidarity.
Forever.
Solidarity.
Forever.
Solidarity.
Forever.
Right on. It's lovely to see everybody gathered here today and love to see the energy. Before I give over the megaphone to someone else, I'm a plug the fundraiser. This Saturday, May the 24th, we're having a very, very fun fundraiser for SWCD. It's at the 4th Place downtown, lovely small business owned by someone who got arrested last May Day. Starting 6 p.m., but feel free to come a little late too. And there'll be all sorts of games and little raffles and such. There'll be a food sale. You can eat good. You can win cool prizes, buy some merch, and have some chill solidarity vibes with this amazing union. Hope to see you all there. Bring your friends and family. And solidarity!
Forever.
Solidarity!
Forever.
Solidarity!
Forever.
Solidarity!
Forever.
Union!
Power.
Union!
Power.
Union!
Power.
Union!
Power.
And who runs Dartmouth?
We run Dartmouth.
Who runs Dartmouth?
We run Dartmouth.
Who runs Dartmouth?
We run Dartmouth.
Dartmouth works!
Because we do.
Dartmouth works!
Because we do.
Dartmouth works!
Because we do.
What do we want? A fair contract. What do we want?
A fair contract.
What do we want?
A fair contract.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
we don't get it.
Shut it down.
Another one for living wage. What do we want? A living wage. What do we want?
A living wage.
When do we want it?
Now.
And if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
an ice off campus. What do we want?
Ice off campus.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
because who's got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
Union power.
Who's got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
Union power.
Union!
Power.
Union!
Power.
Union!
Power.
Union!
Power.
Solidarity!
Forever.
Solidarity!
Forever.
Solidarity!
Forever.
Love you, SWCD. Love you too.
Okay, thank you, Ankita. Our next speaker. Yes, one moment.
Okay, so she announced the fundraiser, so please add to your calendars right now. Just take 30 seconds. The 4th place this Saturday, 6 p.m. We're gonna have food, raffle items, games, and it's a great way to fundraise for our striking workers. A lot of us are low income and really need to get the hardship fund going, so add it to your calendars. Saturday, 6 p.m., 4th place. Thank you.
Okay, next we have New Hampshire State Rep Thomas Opal for a few words.
Thanks for letting the old guy speak.
The old guy.
Or one of the old guys. I've been actively involved in politics and union work since 1968, when the real Bobby Kennedy was a candidate for president, and I was in my teens. One of the quotes from Bobby Kennedy's presidential campaign that year, which was repeated at his funeral by his brother, was, "Some people see things as they are and ask why. I see things that never were and ask why not," which I think is an appropriate segue from the previous speaker. I'm not going to get you as riled up as she did. I will only say that I have been, as I say, involved, and it's shameful to me that we've come to this point in our country and come to this point on this campus, or frankly, the Columbia campus. There are too many people bending their knee and being traitors to the very idea of what America as an idea has always stood for. That woman who stands in New York Harbor with the poem, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free." We have always been a welcoming country. And those who want to try to erase that legacy or reverse it need to be resisted. And the resistance, this is just one small example of the kind of resistance we need. I'm proud of each and every one of you who are here today, who are manning this picket line, who are putting Dartmouth on notice. This behavior is unacceptable. I know sometimes progress comes slow. I'm probably a living example of that. We're not where I hoped we would be in 1968 today. But I do take comfort, and I still believe in Dr. King's suggestion that the arc of the moral universe bends slowly, but it bends towards justice. It always has. And as long as there are people like you, it always will. I feel particularly privileged to be a white man in this country and to be able to use that privilege on behalf of everyone else who belongs. And everyone else belongs. Everyone. Tiny bit, I come from an Irish Catholic family. We are known for holding grudges. But I thought this bit of Irish history was appropriate for how long sometimes progress takes. In 1919, I believe, when the British finally submitted to the Irish, and the Irish leader at the time, Michael Collins, was accepting the turnover of British rule at Dublin Castle, which had been the headquarters for British colonization of Ireland. The British general who was supposed to turn over the keys, essentially, showed up 7 minutes late for the ceremony. Left Collins standing there waiting. And the British general walks in 7 minutes late and says, "I'm so sorry, I'm 7 minutes late." And Collins looked at him and said, "You've occupied my country for 700 years. I'll give you the 7 minutes." Sometimes it takes a long time. But I'll also say, and this is a message for President Bylock, it's a paraphrase of Dante that Bobby Kennedy also used in his '68 campaign. Please remember this. The hottest places in hell are reserved for those who in times of moral crisis preserve their neutrality. So President Bylock, it's time to stop preserving your neutrality. Do the right thing by these students. Give them a fair wage. Give them decent working conditions. And stop ignoring the will of the people and your constituents and these students. Thank you so much.
Resistance now, right? Resistance now.
Next we have Daya from Spare Rib.
Hello. I'm Daya. I'm Daya. I'm not only a member of Spare Rib, but I'm also a BDS worker and a member of the union, and I'm speaking on behalf of Spare Rib. Spare Rib stands in support of the Student Worker Collective at Dartmouth in the fight for strengthened legal protections and more inclusive worker rights for DDS workers and UGAs. Dartmouth's best and final offer has failed to meet the demands of the SWCD. Feminism, and in particular, intersectional feminism, calls for an end to inequality for all people everywhere. Intersectional feminist thought inherently advocates against the exploitation of workers, which traces the lines of gender, race, economic class, abledness, and all other social divisions. Spare Rib's mission is closely aligned with SWCD's mission to create a safe space for all people, which includes student workers. The SWCD's fight for things such as Eyes Off Campus, the 30K Legal Assistance Fund, hardship funding, grief leave, and a livable wage are all things that prioritize the safety and wellness of students on campus. First and foremost, these people aren't workers, they're students. They deserve as much respect and fair treatment as everyone on campus. Spare Rib believes that student workers must be protected, and Spare Rib calls upon the college to meet the demands of the Student Worker Collective and grant student workers the rights and treatment they deserve. With solidarity, Spare Rib.
Thank you, Daya. One of our last speakers, Liz Blum from Jewish Voices for Peace.
Hi, I'm from Jewish Voice for Peace, the Vermont, New Hampshire chapter. We have a number of our members here, and I want to congratulate all the union members here for the success in forming your unions in this right-wing atmosphere, and it's even worse now. Jewish Voice for Peace, our members know about the strike. We have a lot of members who are union members, especially teachers, state workers, and we are publicizing the strike. Jewish Voice for Peace believes in collective solidarity, and we are working hard for that. We partner with Migrant Justice very closely in Vermont. I don't know if they have something like that in New Hampshire. Granite State Organizing Project. And we are working very hard with others to combat fascism, which is coming at us now. and we will not back down. Thank you. Solidarity.
All right, let's do some chants. Y'all ready? Yeah! So first, what's disgusting?
Union busting!
What's appalling?
Admin stalling!
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 Nice, okay, you guys get warmed up? Yeah. There's more? Okay. Lies and tricks will not divide, workers standing side by side. Lies and tricks will not divide, workers standing side by side. Lies and tricks will not divide, workers standing side by side. Lies and tricks will not divide, workers standing side by side. Okay. Say it once, say it twice, we will not put up with ICE.
Say it once, say it twice, we will not put up with ICE!
Say it once, say it twice, we will not put up with ICE. Say it once, say it twice, we will not put up with ICE. Say it once, say it twice, we will not put up with ICE. Say it once, say it twice, we will not put up with ICE. Nice. Union strong, union proud, everybody say it loud. 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 Woo! All right, this one's just for Dartmouth Dining. Dartmouth Dining, you're no good. Treat your workers like you should.
Dartmouth Dining,
You're no good. Treat your workers like you should. Dartmouth Dining, you're no good. Treat your workers like you should. Dartmouth Dining, you're no good. Treat your workers like you should.
All right, thanks everyone for coming. Our strike kitchen will be open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m., 4 p.m. We have some handouts if you want to learn more specifically what we're fighting for here on this campus. And as always, thank you for your solidarity and thanks for showing out.
We also have a lot of chicken and rice, so please come eat, fill up a plate, bring a plate home, and like we mentioned in the beginning, we have Venmo and a GoFundMe, and we take checks, so. And there's the beautiful strike fundraiser on Saturday, starting at 6 p.m. at the 4th place. If you need directions or more information, just come up to any of us back here. So hope to see each and every one of you there.